Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Oh, there you are. I couldn't find you for a moment. Did you have a nice weekend? I hope you had a fantastic weekend and that you're really looking forward, like I am, to reading chapter 7 of Peter Pan. Let's just remind ourselves what happened at the end of chapter 6. It was really dramatic as Peter Pan and Captain Hook had a fight, and Captain Hook left Peter for dead, and the tide was rising and it looked like Peter was going to die. But in the very last seconds, the Neverbird carried Peter away to safety. I wonder what's going to happen next. Let's find out. Chapter 7, Wendy's Story. Safe inside their cave, the children sat round for a make-believe tea. They were so excited that Wendy decided to settle them down with a story. She began to tell a story that Peter hated. It was about 3 children who had a nurse called Nana, and how they flew away one night, and how their father and mother missed them. Think how sad they were when they saw the empty beds, she said. Then she came to the part that Peter hated most. She told them how much mothers love their children. The mother always left the window open for the children to fly back in, so they stayed away for years and had a lovely time. Peter was very upset. "Wendy, you're wrong about mothers," he said. Then he told them what had happened when he went back home. "I thought, like you, that my mother would always keep the window open for me, so I stayed away a long time. But when I flew back, my mother had forgotten me. The window was shut and there was another little boy in my bed." Michael and John began to cry, afraid that their mother might forget them too. They begged Wendy to take them home. The lost boys said they wanted to come too, and Wendy promised she would ask Mr. and Mrs. Darling to adopt them. Peter was very hurt, but he was too proud to show it, and he would not make Wendy stay against her will. "I will ask the Redskins to show you the way through the wood, and Tinker Bell can guide you when you fly over the sea," he said stoutly. "But aren't you coming too?" asked Wendy. "Oh no," exclaimed Peter. "They would make me grow up. I want to stay a little boy always and have fun." Then Peter and Wendy shook hands. Peter did not even give Wendy a thimble. Wendy measured out a dose of his medicine. It was only water, and put the glass next to his bed. "Promise me you'll take it," she said in a motherly way. "I promise. Now lead the way, Tinker Bell," he ordered. Tink darted up the nearest tree, but nobody followed her. For it was at that moment that the pirates made their dreadful attack on the Redskins. The air was full of shrieks and howls and the clash of steel. Below, there was dead silence. Wendy fell to her knees, and the boys turned to Peter, holding out their arms and begging him not to desert them. Peter seized his trusty sword, ready to do battle. Here are some comprehension questions on chapter 7. What was Wendy's story about? Why did Peter hate the story? Which part did he hate the most? What happened when Peter went back home? Why did Michael and John want to go home? Why does Peter not want to be adopted by Mr. and Mrs. Darling? Why did nobody follow Tinker Bell? I've put some page numbers to help you find the answers. So for example, for the first question, what was Wendy's story about? The answer can be found on pages 49 and 50. I've put some photos of the pages on my Twitter page, or you can go back through the video to help you find the answers. As I always say, I'd be really happy if you could post the answers to these questions on either the Clifton Twitter page or my Twitter page. Thank you so much for listening to today's video. Tomorrow's chapter is called "The Children Are Carried Off." I wonder what's going to happen next. Let's find out tomorrow. Have a fantastic day, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.